this week's video was going to be just a bit of a chat going on about what is happening with the spiders and what they've been up to, what I've been up to with them, what plans I've got coming up and things like that. And then we had this happen. I was going to rehouse a couple of things, but two of them weren't ready and the other one is in a bit of pre-molt, so I didn't want to mess with it. I'll show you. So here we have my Nandu caravanesis, which was going to get a rehouse, or at least a tidy up of its current enclosure, but literally as I've started recording, it has flipped onto his back. So with that happening, what we can do is we can now put a time lapse on, and we'll do that in 3, 2, 1, go. I think the time lapse is pretty cool. First time that one's molted with me, which is brilliant, and the colours on it now are looking pretty stunning. We'll put some footage up in the top corner showing the spider now, but yeah, the colours on it look lovely. I mean, the Nandu caravanesis is probably one of my favourites. It's the Brazilian red. It's just absolutely gorgeous spider. I do like the Nandu genus in general, and I definitely need to get myself a female, because if I show you this close-up footage, which I'll have probably around here somewhere, it's definitely a male, the one we've got, and so I definitely want to pick up some more of those, so we can maybe look at getting females, maybe look at sort of doing a bit of a breeding with them. Not that I've done breeding before, but that's the type of spider I think I would probably breed if I were going to do it myself. They're not too flighty, just a lovely spider. Yeah, and out of the genus, I think the caravanesis is possibly favourite out of that one, followed by the Tarantula.Rookie. Yeah, I just like them ones anyway. So what other things we'll do is we'll do a little bit of just footage, me talking over the top, what's going on with the spiders, a little bit of feeding. Mealworm's doing alright, the mealworm farm's going well. We've got a lot of darkling beetles out and about. They're sort of eating nicely, breeding, been at it quite a lot upstairs. We have the pachynoda beetles, which are the sun beetles, which I've counted today. There's a photo of them here. We had 9 cocoons and we've got 8 grubs, which means that I've lost 3 in the time that I've had them as grubs. Don't know what's happened to them, but sometimes cannibalism maybe, if not enough. I changed the substrate today, so that's how I managed to count them all. So that's hopefully they're going to sort of start to come out of their cocoons in the next few weeks, because it'd be nice to have some sun beetles in. Been looking forward to having those things sort of breeding like wildfire in my care. Versicolor in the last video, which you can see up here, talking about what did I say? Another molt at least. Doesn't need a rehouse. Possibly does now, maybe it doesn't, maybe one more molt, but as soon as I mentioned in that video that I didn't think it was ready, put the enclosure back, next day it was on its back molting, so I reckon it was listening to me. It probably wants that enclosure, so that's the Versi. Apart from that, the only things we've got to do is maybe the Tarantula.Rookie Vietnam Blue. That one's going to need a rehouse in the next... If it molts again, it'll be fine where it is, but if it molts again, it will definitely need a rehouse. It's not actually desperate right this second. We'll see if it's out. Oh, it's out. Let's see if we can get a bit of a light in this enclosure. and get a shot of it. There it is. See, doesn't necessarily need a rehouse just yet, but it's going to be easier to rehouse at that size into. It's going to end up going into one of these, like the 20 by 20 Komodos. I'm going to get a nice setup for it in there. But yeah, it's this is a gorgeous spider. It really is. Stunning colours. So yeah, there's that going on. Come on, focus. What else are you doing? We've also got a massive web mat here from our lovely little Avic. She only ever seems to put this web down at the front when she's about to molt. So despite the fact she ate and her abdomen's not abdomen isn't looking too chunky, there's a possibility she's going to flip soon as well, so that'll be nice. That'll be lovely. Anyway, I'll put some feeding video and some clips of the other spiders. We had a pumpkin patch that molted. We've had a Macala molt recently. We've had our what else have we had molt? Cuban gold, the Phomictibus auratus molt as well. Hopefully Darlingi is going to molt very soon. That needs a rehouse at some point. So yeah, anyway, I do apologise about the video being a day late. There wasn't much going on until the molt, so we were saved by the molt. But yeah, hopefully we'll be back next week with some more interesting video, more interesting footage. But if you do like the video and you do like the channel, please consider subscribing, give it a thumbs up. Most of the time it is just me rambling and talking through my journey with these things. Being quite new, it's just nice to document everything and sort of get it out there. Just anytime anyone likes a video, it just puts a big smile on my face, because I don't do it, I'll do it for myself, but it's nice to see people enjoying the content anyway. Right, so thanks a lot guys, and I will catch up with you next week.